Hi everyone, I'm Jacy from Craft Life and I'm here today to teach you how to make a Rainbow Loom large key cover. And today I'm making mine for a car key, but I also have a tutorial on how to make a smaller key cover or even a house key cover, and it is on my channel if you would like to check that video out. But the supplies you'll need to make this key cover are one rainbow loom, a rainbow loom hook or a crochet hook, rubber bands, today I'm using pink, blue, and brown, and you will also need the key that you will be using to make your car key cover. So please get your supplies and we'll begin. To start, we are going to leave our rainbow loom set up in its staggered formation, and we're going to start on this side from the very end, and we're going to count 6 pegs backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these 2 pegs are the pegs that we are going to start on, and we're going to use all of these pegs. So now we're going to take our first rubber band, twist it on your finger, and we're going to make an X from here to here and push it down. Now we're going to make an X from here to here. So you want to twist it on your finger for the ends though. So make an X and push it down. And everything on this bottom X row is going to be twisted on our finger. So before you make an X, you want to make sure that you've twisted it. And you're going to make an X from here to here. Push that down. Twist it on your finger. Make an X from here to here. Push it down. And we need to leave an opening like this. And to do that, we are just going to skip those middle pegs in the middle of the pegs. And we're just going to continue on these 3 pegs. So twist it on your finger again. And instead of starting here, we're going to start here. And we're going to make an X. And then you're going to push it down. And we're going to do our last X. Make sure you twist it on your finger. So now push this all down, and we're going to lay some more X's, and these are not going to be from peg to peg, they're going to be random. So we're going to twist it on our finger, and we're going to start off by making an X from here to here. Push that down. Then we're going to twist it on our finger again. We're going to make an X from here to here. Push it down. Then we're going to do these 2 pegs. Push it down. And we're going to do our last 2 pegs here. And the ends we're just going to leave with no X's from peg to peg. So now we're going to turn our loom, and we're going to be laying our first row. Make sure everything is pushed down. And for this first row, we are just going to make X's. Do not twist them on your finger first. Just lay them normally in a counterclockwise rotation. And do not push them down. Make sure you are making an X every time you lay a rubber band. Now we have a bottom row and a top row, and we're just going to bring our bottom loops over the top. And to do this, you want to be very careful. You're going to stick your hook in downward, then you're going to bring it over. But you want to somehow find a way to hold down the rubber bands that you are bringing over as you bring them over. For instance, I'm holding them down with my finger here and bringing them over. That way you will not take off all the rubber bands on the peg, and you'll just bring over the ones that are supposed to come over. So now we are going to do the same thing to this side. Hold it down and grab the bottom two. Hold it down and grab the bottom 3 twisted rubber bands. And if you are not sure about which loops you are bringing over the top, you just want to have 2 loops at the top for each of them and bring over the rest. So now you're just going to push this down. And as you can see, we have our opening here, and the rest is all closed up. So now we can start laying rows again. So we're just going to go in a counterclockwise rotation and lay them normally, no Xing this time. And this will be our second row. Now we have a bottom row and a top row, and we're just going to bring our bottom 2 loops over the top on all of our pegs. Now push these down, and we are going to lay our third row. Now we have a bottom row and a top row, and we're just going to bring our bottom 2 loops over the top on all of our pegs. Now you're just going to push this down. We have just done 3 rows together, and you want to have 9 rows in total for your key cover. And my pattern is going to be I switch color after every 3 rows, but you can do whatever colors and patterns you would like. So you're just going to do 6 more rows of laying your rubber bands in a counterclockwise rotation. Then bring your bottom 2 loops over the top in a clockwise rotation and push them down as you go. So please do 6 more rows of this, and you can use whatever colors you would like, and I'll be right back. I just finished my 6 more rows, and now I have 9 rows in total, and it's coming out pretty good. All I did was pull it through the bottom between these 2 blue pieces, and you can do that too. And now we are ready to hook this off. So we're going to start on this peg, and we need to take the top loop and switch it to the bottom, and take the bottom loop and switch it to the top. So we're just going to take this loop, the top loop, put it on your finger. Then you're going to take the bottom loop, put it on your hook, put the loop that's on your finger down, and then you're going to put the loop that's on your hook down. So we just switched the loops, and that's all you need to do. So now we're going to start on this peg. You're going to grab that bottom loop, bring it to the peg next to it. Then we're going to grab this bottom loop, bring it to the peg in front of it. And I know these were my bottom loops because they hook the loops behind them. And you want to keep checking as you go. That was my bottom loop because I hooked the 2 loops behind it. Now we are going to be hooking backwards, and to do this, we're just going to take the top loops, pull them back so that only the bottom loop remains on the peg. You're going to grab that bottom loop and bring it to the peg behind it, like that. Now we're going to do the same thing to this one. Pull back the two top loops, bring the bottom loop to the peg behind it, and continue. Pull them back, grab the bottom, and bring it to the peg behind it. So now, on your last one, you're just going to stick your hook in, grab a rubber band, pull this up through, place it back on, and you're just going to pull one loop through the other and pull that nice and tight. And now this can come off of our rainbow loom. So we're just going to help our loops off. And I'm just going to pull mine through the bottom. And now you're going to take your key and you're just going to slide your key through the bottom and slide this onto it. And it fits. So now with this loop, we're going to be sewing up the top part, and we're going to stick our hook in across from it, pull that loop through it, and we're just going to come back. So go to the other side again, stick your hook through some loops back here, grab it, pull it through, and you're just going to keep going back and forth, and if you run out of room on your little loop here, you can add another rubber band and pull one loop through the other, like that. And just keep going back and forth until you think that yours is good. And you can go on the sides if you want to sew it up even more. Go on the sides. Pull this through. And then once you are done, you can just sew it down the side, like so. And it's pretty much gone, and all you are left with is your loop at the top that you can attach to anything. And now you are done with your large key cover. This is what they look like when they're done, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you make some, I'd love to see them. My Instagram is CraftLifeUSA, so please tag me in a photo. And don't forget to like us on Facebook, pin it on Pinterest, and subscribe right here on YouTube. I hope you're living a craft life just like me. Thanks for watching. Bye!